Welcome to the Our Cityscape Podcast, the official podcast of Springville City, Utah, where we publish important information and insightful interviews for the benefit of our citizens. Officer Austin Johnson, thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking forward to continuing with this podcast as we talk more about how Nomi, which is your canine, has been trained and is able to help you, especially in your efforts as the school resource officer, or SRO, which is a current assignment that you have here at the police department. So why don't you briefly just kind of introduce yourself, and then we're going to dive in and talk about Nomi and some of those incredible qualities she has.
So my name is Officer Johnson. I've been working for the department for 7 years now. Currently, I'm assigned to the high school as the school resource officer. I'm originally from here in Springville, so I went to Springville High School.
So some stomping grounds there, huh?
Yep. So it's fun to go back to the school where I went to school and be able to contribute my expertise and desires to help those kids better their lives over there. So.
Oh, that's great. So you've been with the force then, not always as a school resource officer.
No.
So that's just a fairly new assignment that you received about the same time that you got the canine with Nomi?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's cool. But before that, you were doing regular patrol and other...
I think total patrol time I've got 5 years. And then prior to being at the schools, this time around, I was a school resource officer for the junior high and the middle school for a couple of years. Then I went back to patrol, and now I'm back at the schools.
Okay. So that's not uncommon for police to have different assignments at various times during their career.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It keeps it going, right?
Yep. That's
awesome. Well, thank you for taking some time to be with us today and to help us to better educate our public and our citizens more about the role that Nomi has, with canine and school resources, as you are working in those. So if you wouldn't mind, just share a little bit about what her role is, what she's trained in, and then how we use her in this work.
So like Grim, she's also trained to detect illegal narcotics. She does detect for the presence of marijuana, which is becoming a more and more pressing issue in the schools, along with the vape pens and all that. So since we've been at the schools, we've actually had quite a lot of success, not just at the high school, but we have traveled to other schools, some in Spanish Fork, where I've been able to deploy her. We've been able to obtain some vape pens from those kids over there as well. At our school, we've been able to patrol the bathroom areas and the areas where I'm familiar with from what the teachers have told me that the kids like to go to participate in those activities. It's not always in the schools. We've been given reports that there's kids in other areas around the school. Doesn't make a difference to her. She doesn't matter if we're in the school, outside of school, out by the creek, which is just to the west of the high school. We've been able to find stuff everywhere.
She knows what to look for. Mm-hmm. That is remarkable. So she's undergone quite a bit of training as well.
Yep.
Now, do you know where is she from? Is she a local dog, or do we know?
So she was bred from a company out in Kansas, which is where we got her from. It's called Cares Incorporated. They primarily focus with service animals, such as like therapy dogs or special needs dogs for people who have more like medical conditions, such as heart conditions or blood sugar conditions, stuff like that. And the program, what they actually do is they breed these dogs, and then they send them to a correctional facility out there. And good behavior inmates actually train. They stay with the inmates and they train them. They walk them. They do all kinds of stuff with them. And then once they are trained, they go back to the company where they do more in-depth training for those special needs. In our case, though, we were looking for a dog that had a high energy drive. You want a dog that has that good hunting drive. And to be honest with you, I didn't know exactly what I was looking for when I first got her. All I knew is she had high energy. She loved playing with toys, and that was about it. But since then, so we went to so going back to Kansas, so we went through a little training out there for about a week of what she was able to do as far as like therapy dog wise goes. And then once we got her back here, we went to the drug detection school that Post hosts, and she did phenomenal. Even though she's not the typical breed of a police dog that people are familiar with, she did phenomenal as far as being able to detect for illegal narcotics.
So what is her breed?
Well, she's a Labrador.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's not very big. She's not very she's not very big at all, but she's definitely got a very high drive and always wanting to play.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So her training then is more specifically for, as we use her in the schools, to kind of sniff out and find vape products or things that...
Specifically for THC.
Okay, yeah. So specifically for THC. Is that correct? I'm using that acronym.
Yeah, for marijuana.
Yeah, for marijuana. Okay. Now, I understand that Springville is really the first community here in, for sure, Utah County that has this particular dog. Is that correct?
To have a dog dedicated to the schools, yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was referring to. So, wow, that's pretty awesome. So that's why on occasion you may go to another community to showcase.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the feedback that we've gotten from that is very positive. A lot of the faculty and the other officers are appreciative of her to go there and help them try to manage that same issue that we're seeing here as well, to try and further the goal of eliminating drugs at our schools entirely.
So tell me, how is it if we find, and so when Nomi is doing her job and she actually sniffs out some stuff, how do the students react to her that may have been the ones caught, if that's how you word this?
I've had, they're obviously pretty upset. As soon as I say we can have a dog come in, check the area for that, it's pretty they're pretty forthcoming after that point, because they know that they can't there's nothing that they can do to dismiss or to try and throw her off the scent. We had a girl not want to fess up that she was in possession of a particular narcotic. I said, well, I can always grab my dog and she can tell me, and at that point she broke down and she admitted that we already had the suspicion and everything there. So it's in a goal to not try to intimidate them to fess up to these things, but it's more of a way to say that we will find out eventually that you have these things, and the best thing that these students can do is be forthcoming about it, be open with us, because ultimately the goal is we don't want to get them in trouble, we want to get them help to quit these addictions altogether. I think that's the main goal. I
think that is something that is so important that the public understands, is we're not out there just to write a certain number of tickets or to see how many people we can book into jail. We're more out there to really help and help people to get the help they need so that they can improve, not just, especially at this volatile age of being a teenager in high school, right? I mean, if we can help them correct some behaviors and send them on a whole different path, I mean, that can be a life-changing event for them that could lead them down a path that might otherwise have not helped them to achieve the things that they can. Absolutely. If that's not a part of their life. Yeah, that's remarkable. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward as we get to see Nomi in action. And get to see what's going on and how you and her interact together and interact with the schools and some of that footage that's yet to come. That'll be great. Well, thank you so much, Officer Johnson, for joining us today and for helping to keep our schools safe. And I think of these canines and I love dogs. I don't ever want to own one because I know the work that goes into them, but I really appreciate the fact that we have added this to our patrol, really, truly, just to make it that much better and that much safer for our citizens.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.